Nightcast, tough choices ahead. That's the message leaders at Fort Wayne Community Schools are sending after getting a look at next year's budget. Hear what has them so worried.
Standoff situation. One man runs from police and picks a rather strange place to hide out. More on the AutoZone standoff that had police pulling out the flashbangs.
And stay thirsty, my friends. Even the world's most interesting man knows that Fort Wayne has one of the best beers. Now there's an award to prove it. Nightcast starts now.
You're watching coverage you can count on. This is News Channel 15's Nightcast.
Good evening. The Fort Wayne Community Schools budget is staying steady for now, but cuts are in the future for the district.
The district blames a drop in enrollment for the cuts here. News Channel 15's Holly Campbell was at the meeting and joins us now with the latest on this.
The district is pointing the finger at school vouchers for a drop in numbers and ultimately a drop in revenue.
Our budget situation is pretty bleak.
The $284 million plan is less than 1% more than last year's budget.
Although we had an increase from the state because we are seeing a drop in enrollment, we're basically going to have flat revenue in the general fund. So that's a pretty significant issue that we're going to be dealing with.
The district saw nearly 1,000 students leave since last school year, and they're pointing the finger at the voucher program.
Prior to the vouchers going into effect, we were really very stable for many, many years. In the first year of the voucher program, we lost about 300 students, and that has continued since the voucher program began.
We see 7 times more students leaving A and B rated schools than we do D rated schools, which tells us that they're not leaving because they're not getting a good education. They're leaving because they want religious education, and we cannot provide that.
Chief Financial Officer Kathy Friend says cuts will have to be made to the general fund to keep up with the drop in enrollment. But there won't be any more cuts to the transportation fund next year after routes were slashed this year. To make up for the revenue loss, another referendum is in the works for 2016 to help fund building improvements. Taxpayers won't see a change in property taxes with the proposed budget. A public hearing on the budget will be October 16th, and the board will vote on it October 26th.
Also at tonight's meeting, the board approved new contracts for teachers. Starting salaries for teachers in Fort Wayne Community Schools will stay steady at $37,000 for teachers with a bachelor's degree and $41,000 for those with master's degrees. Stipends will still be available based on performance. Teachers making below the average for teachers with equal education will be brought up to the average, and teachers making the average salary or more will get a 1% salary increase. Holly Campbell, News Channel 15.